Hey everyone, welcome back to Ragtag Stacking. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about silver and whether or not it is a good investment. Now, I do believe that silver can be a good investment, but the way that I'm primarily stacking is as a physical savings account and as a hedge against inflation. And over the decades that I'm planning on picking up silver, spot price, if it goes up, I'm hoping it does go up eventually, and I make some money off of the stack, that's just, that's gravy, that's a bonus. But right now, the way that I'm doing it is more geared towards, like I said, that hedging against inflation and using it as a physical savings account. It's funny because I was always terrible with money. I could never keep a budget. I was always, paycheck to paycheck, just wasting a lot of money, just not very good with budgeting and saving. And, then I got into the silver stacking. And ever since I got into silver and gold, it's actually educated me a bit more on the money system and the fiat currencies. So it's really been eye-opening, and I found that it's actually been a good way of saving some money, putting it into the silver here, because it does come with that little bit of premium on top with the coins. So you're kind of penalized if you sell it at a loss. You know what I mean? If you pick up the silver and then all of a sudden say, oh, I actually do need this money, and it's 2 weeks later and you need to sell the silver, and your spot price didn't move enough to make up those premiums. So it's kind of a penalty, you know what I mean? You will be losing money if you sell this silver because you didn't budget accordingly. With most checking accounts and most savings accounts, it's just a click of a button on a phone. There's no penalty, there's no nothing. You can just move the money around and spend it wherever you want. So for me, with having the silver as a physical savings account, it's kind of a penalty. Early withdrawal or whatever you want to call it. For me, I want to hold on to this silver for decades. That's the plan. I don't want to touch the silver. I don't have any plans on selling it. So yeah, having the cash in the physical silver is that kind of extra step in the way of frivolous purchases. And also the hedging against inflation, that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people do like to stack. And that's pretty self-explanatory. This stuff here, this cannot be inflated. It's a finite material, you know what I mean? It has to be mined, it's allocated to different things. The stuff that you see in front of here, the bullion coins and the circulated coins, that's not where the majority of the silver goes to. There's a pie chart, and the biggest piece of that pie is industrial usage. So the biggest chunk of silver goes to industry. So the percentage they get is the percentage they get. You know what I mean? The bullion sector just can't go to the industrial side and say, hey, we've been minting a lot of coins and bars lately, and we want some of your silver. You have a big chunk of it. We want it because we want to make more coins. That's not how it works. You know what I mean? They already have their percentage, and that's already spoken for. They know what they're doing with it. They can't just willy-nilly throw around their silver to other places. So you're dealing with finite things here, and that's a good way to put your fiat currency, which can be inflated. It can just be printed into oblivion. Again, not all of it. You do need some cash on hand to take care of stuff that's day-to-day stuff. We do live in a world where fiat currency is still used for the majority of things, so you can't just cash out everything and have all of your wealth in gold and silver, because again, we're living in a world where fiat currency is still in usage. So that's me. That's how I've been doing it. As I said, primarily it's for the savings account and stacking against inflation. But there are ways of picking up silver and stacking silver where it's a good investment. And one of the ways is flipping. So flipper stackers, they're definitely looking to make a profit off of it, and they do have to invest some money into some coins. And it's not going to be the coins that you see here. You're not going to be seeing people picking up Krugerrands or people picking up these TD precious metal generic rounds. You're not going to be seeing flippers picking these up and then looking to sell them for a 30% profit. That's not how it works. These aren't anything special. These aren't low mintages. If you grab a Krugerrand and you try and sell it for 40% more than what people can just go ahead and buy it on APMEX for, they're going to ignore you. They're not going to buy it from you. They're just going to go to a place where they can get it for 40% cheaper. So silver flippers do have to buy and stack differently. They're not going to be picking up the cheapest silver that they can find. They're going to be looking for silver that is in a very popular series, or they're going to be looking for silver that has a very low mintage, or there's multiple things that they look for, and they have a good idea. The people that have been doing it for a long time, at least, they have a good idea at what exactly is going to be a popular coin, and whether or not they should go all in and pick up a couple of tubes, whatever it is. They have a good eye for what might be a popular coin, and that's the way they do it. They look for those sorts of coins. They pick up as many as they can, and then they'll look to flip it on a secondary market. You know what I mean? They'll look to either have an auction on their own YouTube sites, or they sell it on Instagram, or worst come to worst, not worst come to worst. What a lot of people think of as secondary market is, or at least for me, is eBay. I always think about eBay, and I don't go onto Facebook. I know they have Facebook things like that where you can buy it as well. But for me, I do buy a lot on eBay, and you do see a lot of very popular coins on there. And with flippers, it's all about timing. You want to make sure that you know which coin you're getting and how you want to sell it. I remember some people talking about the V75 American Silver Eagle coins, and these people knew exactly what was going to happen. They knew that it was going to be a very hot coin. People were going to be picking it up and flipping it on eBay, and you were going to see prices that were just through the roof, 1,000 plus for this. And I heard a lot of people before the coin even came out saying that their plan was to pick it up, throw it up on the secondary market as quick as possible, because once demand died down, the price would go down as well. And that's exactly what happened. You saw these huge prices for the first week or two, and then you'd go on, a month later, 6 weeks later, and they were way down. These coins that were going for over 1,000 were now under 500, $500, $400. So they're exactly right. They know the market, they know these coins and how they're going to react. So there are certain flipping opportunities where you're going to make your money back right away. You need to sell it, put it up right away. But there's also some coins where you can wait a bit. The numismatic value will increase over the years. It's not something that you need to put up right away. I have seen different ones like that. But if you look at something like the Marvel series or any other series that has multiple coins in it, like the Queen's Beast, I've heard flippers that have been doing it for a long time, saying that the first coin in there is the coin that is going to be worth a lot of money. And that's because it's the oldest. And if people like me, I got into the Queen's Beast right when like the 11th and 12th coins were being released. So I wasn't around to pick up coins when they were first released, and looking on eBay and all those sites trying to get those first coins in the series. They're very expensive. So if you do have the older coins in the series, it makes sense to hold on to them and sell them later when more people are trying to finish off their sets. It's not like those coins where you need to buy it and flip it right away. Here's a one where you buy it and you hold on to it, and the value will go up. So yes, I thought I would just mention that, just because I'm not stacking silver, looking for it to be a good investment, doesn't mean that that doesn't exist and that it's not a way to stack silver. For a lot of people, some people are making good money off of it. There's plenty of stacking channels that you see here that, they're excellent flippers. They know the coins to get, and they make a good amount of money off of it. So when it comes down to it, answering the question of, is silver a good investment? My answer, you might not like the answer because it's not very conclusive, is it can be. You know what I mean? It depends on what you want to do with your stack. Right now, for me, I would not consider what I'm doing in my stack as a good investment. I could have taken all of the money that I put into precious metals into something else and have made more money off of it, just putting it into the stock market or whatever it was, those Dogecoin things. That's something where you can put it in and make money off of it quickly. That's not what I was looking to do with it. And I'm not saying that those are the best way to invest your money, but I'm just saying those ways that I mentioned potentially would have made more money than what I've made off of the stack here. And I'm not disappointed with that, because I've already mentioned that it's not something I'm looking to do. I'm more focused on the hedging against inflation and physical savings. But definitely don't get me wrong, if the price goes up and I do make a profit off of the stack that I have, I'm not going to be complaining. But that's not the first, that's not the first choice or the first reason as to why I'm stacking silver. But anyways, that's it for for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys do, how you guys stack. If you are like me, if you're just stacking as that hedge and a savings account, I'd like to hear from you. But also, if you are a flipper and if you're looking at your silver stack as as an investment or a way to make money off of it, then I'd like to hear from you as well. But yeah, anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.